What is up, everybody? It's BBKDRAGOON, and today I want to talk about iHaloZone, my personal opinions on the community channel, and give you some background info about the channel's beginnings, the present, what I think it could hold for the future, and just sort of talk about what happened around the time Halo 4 came out with the community channel that is iHaloZone. For people who have no clue what iHaloZone is or was, the channel was a community Halo channel started during Halo Reach in 2011, and it was a breeding ground of a lot of good community video makers. So you had a bunch of people making what I believe was some excellent Halo video content at the time, and also cultivating a really healthy, friendly environment where people work together to build up other YouTubers. It was a really special place in the fact that the sense of community between the directors and the viewers was something I've never experienced outside of that. So to give you some context, the past of the channel, right? It was started in 2011 by a guy named Legit HD, really nice dude. And a few weeks later, he brought on the first director of the channel, Paul B. Now, if you're somebody who started watching Halo during Halo 4, you probably won't know who Paul B is. But if you watched during Reach, I really hope that you got to see some of his work, because this guy was one of the nicest, classiest Halo video makers ever. And he's a legend in my eyes. He's always been crazy supportive of me, and I loved his videos. He's a beast at FFA, like just great player, good insights, professional attitude all the time. Now, he took a break during Halo 4. He was maybe going to make a bit of a comeback with Halo 5, but the game didn't click with him all that much. But definitely show Paul B some love if you guys ever see him floating around Twitter or floating around YouTube comments. So he was first director on the channel, and then about a week later, Legit HD gave me an invite, and this is back in 2011, I think August 22nd? Yeah, that's what I wrote down here, was the first upload I pushed out to iHaloZone. And at that time, you guys, I was just beginning YouTube. My channel must have been under, I don't know, 200, 300 subs. So really small. And at the time, it was like this incredible invite. Like, all right, cool. You're building this Halo community channel. Let's see how it goes. And over the course of the next year, there were a lot of great people who got invited and started making content regularly. And if I forget a name or two, I'm really sorry. 4 years is a long time ago, but I remember there was Paul B, BBKDRAGOON, then Tall Chief, I think, was the third director, if you guys know Zach from Halo Follower, or previously from Halo Follower. And then there was Lewis Blogs Gaming. He is now like over 100,000 subscribers big, one of the Polaris partners, really great YouTuber. He made videos and was a director there. Diddy, if you guys know Diddy from Destiny the Show or from any of the other places that we play, and he has his own channel as well. That's where I met Diddy for the first time. I think he uploaded SWAT commentaries over on iHaloZone when it first began. Parkatron Snow, this rad Australian Halo player. And believe it or not, Stampy Longnose. If you go back and look at the beginning of iHaloZone, Stampy Longnose was making Halo videos, dude, back before he became the YouTube Minecraft phenomenon that he is this day. MVito22, one of my best friends from like the whole YouTubing sphere, was one of the original directors on there. I remember the Mighty Peanut, Modest Major, Silly Solomon, I think the Average Kid. And since then, there's been a lot of people who've put videos up on the channel, but I remember that being like a core tight-knit crew there for the first year. And everybody was working together, building the channel up towards the release of Halo 4. And that era, that year-and-a-half era of iHaloZone was just freaking fantastic. Almost everybody showed love to one another. There wasn't much animosity or jealousy. The video quality of the stuff that was put up there, I felt like was top-notch in regards to YouTube videos at that time. All in all, it was just a really good community Halo channel. And then it was going strong. We built up. Halo 4 released, and right before Halo 4 released, the channel got partnered, right? So you could monetize and do it. Back then, if you got partnered, it meant a lot more benefits. Like you got search priority, you got a cool YouTube banner that you could customize. Nowadays, they've really taken away a lot of the benefits that it meant to be partnered, but back then it was a pretty big deal, okay? So we got partnered, Halo 4 came out, and then the momentum just really suffered. You know, I would say the pinnacle of iHaloZone's active viewership and the sentiment of love for the channel was right before Halo 4. We're all so excited and optimistic. Halo 4 releases, and I think there were a number of things that led to the channel just sort of slowing down it slowed down during Halo 4. A lot of people stopped making content for it, and it just didn't carry the same momentum anymore. I think Halo 4 in itself was a polarizing game. You can look at the population numbers and see that Halo 4 saw a big decrease in active player base versus Reach. And Reach already was a game that alienated a lot of the hardcore Halo 3 people. In turn, you had less enthusiasm from the director pool on HaloZone at the time to keep creating content. And so to fill the spot and to keep uploads rolling, HaloZone started accepting a lot of videos from many different creators of varying quality. One of the things that really, I think, set HaloZone apart in the beginning was they were very selective with the quality of videos that they put up on the channel. Very intentionally, Legit HD kept the quality to a max, or did his best to make sure that videos hit a certain level of threshold of quality, and that just decreased when Halo 4 came out. And that's not pointing fingers or calling anybody out. I think it's just an across-the-board thing. We lost a lot of enthusiasm for directors because Halo 4 might not have suited everybody's fancy. So you can't blame a channel for wanting to continue uploads and continue growth, right? But at the same time, that enthusiasm started to dwindle, and throughout Halo 4, the channel that was HaloZone, that was just freaking a great place to grow. Like, it was one of those unique spots on YouTube where if a new Halo director was making good content, they'd see a lot of love and sub growth from this, what I would consider pretty tight-knit community. We didn't generally have any drama between the directors. There was never any mudslinging that I can remember. It just seemed like this happy hug place. Now, maybe nostalgia glasses are clouding all this stuff, but I loved my experience with HaloZone, and I myself am guilty. I sort of just slowly stopped uploading to the channel because I felt less passionate about that community space over time. It didn't carry the same emotional tie, right? Now, let's fast forward the last 2 years, because I've not really been involved with the channel all that much in the last few years. We've got a new whole breed, or a new whole crew of YouTube video makers who are starting to make content again regularly over on HaloZone. And my hope is that it can become that place that it once was. And to any of the old HaloZone viewers or directors or community members who are listening to this who remember, please shout out in the comments. I don't want to be standing alone here just giving my recollection, but I think in general, if you were a member of that community back then, fond memories. And these days, there's not a space like that. There just isn't. Community channels don't really exist like that anymore. Can they exist? I think so. But a community channel requires ridiculously good leadership. You need somebody at the helm of that thing who is a good manager and able to communicate effectively, and that's hard. We're all really busy, and YouTube ad revenue in general is just kind of bad. Ad block nerfed and hurt YouTube ad revenue possibilities a lot. So unless it's a really big game with a huge following, it's hard to find that director or manager who's going to pour their heart and soul into it without getting, much in return. But to the current HaloZone people, I encourage you guys, work hard and try and craft something that is special, because we are in an environment where I think it could happen again, a HaloZone renaissance. Or it doesn't even have to be HaloZone. It can be another community channel. It just would be nice to see more love going out between directors collaborating with one another for Halo videos. We're not as large a community as a game like Call of Duty or Counter-Strike, but one thing about Halo is there's a lot of love in general between creators. I myself am guilty of not doing enough collaborations with others to try and help grow and foster that real good sense of community. It's hard. Like, now that I'm working full-time, scheduling is a freaking nightmare, even for like a 40-minute coffee break interview. But it's something I hope to improve on in the future. I want to close the video by saying, if you've ever been a part of the HaloZone community, Legit HD, thank you. Thank you so much for that opportunity and the special place that you crafted. To anybody who put effort into managing the channel, creating videos for the channel, or just being somebody who watched or commented, you guys helped create something that was really cool and special. Maybe in the future, that type of environment can exist again. I certainly hope so. But for me, HaloZone holds this incredibly special spot in my memory, helped my channel grow, and let me meet a lot of really cool people. So that is my story. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll talk with you next time. I don't know like what closing feedback I can ask from, but if you remember HaloZone or have anything to share about this, commentary, just let me know. All right, adios.